Hello Taurus, and welcome to Wild Fox Alchemy. My name is Maria Guyan and I am an intuitive business success coach, a tarot card reader and a green witch. A weird combination, I know, but there we are. I'm here to do your weekly tarot card reading for business for September the 6th to the 12th. So let's get on and see. We start with this card from the Magic of You Oracle by Fiona Horn, and it is card number 21, Opulence. It is time to lead. What a beautiful card. You can see the lady there. She's got a golden mask on with the antlers coming out there. This is all about you leading and actually wearing your success, like she's wearing her success on her face there. This says there is great wisdom in going with life's flow and choosing battles, conflicts and accepting change wisely and peacefully. There is also a time to assert your authority and trust your wisdom and leadership skills. People and situations are now looking to you for guidance. Wear your success and assets proudly. They are well earned. It's time to be a light so that others may follow. Ooh, you need to join the Firefly Circle there, Taurus. The girl of opulence wears the lavish golden crown of leadership. It emits a radiant glow and signifies spiritual enlightenment as well as earthly accomplishment. Being in an exalted position gives you the opportunity to be a wise leader and help others. Much like happiness is only real when shared, and being exalted is only meaningful when it helps others. You need to get yourself in the Firefly Circle, Taurus, if this is your destiny to light up the world and lead through what it is you're doing in your business, because that's what the Firefly Circle's all about. It's a community I've set up, a free one, for women who want to light up the world through what they do in their businesses. I'll put a link below. We've got the Nine of Feathers, perspective and self-empowerment. We've got the Knight of Crystals, endurance and determination. We've got the Seven of Acorns, determination and stamina. Lots of determination there. And we've got the King of Feathers, logic and justice. This feels like a very practical reading here, Taurus, honestly. There's a lot of self-empowerment, a lot of determination, a lot of stamina, endurance. It's the same sort of thing all the way through, isn't it? So we start with this Nine of Feathers, which is about there being light at the end of the tunnel. It could be that you have felt like things haven't really been going your way, Taurus. It could be that you've been feeling a little bit sorry for yourself, that you've been maybe laying in bed at night worrying and feeling quite anxious. It's now time to understand that laying there and worrying doesn't really get you out of anything, does it? The worrying serves no purpose whatsoever. What you have to do is empower yourself. See things from a different perspective, because sometimes we get, and I understand this because I've suffered from depression quite severely in the past, that, you know, when things are really bad, you can't see light at the end of the tunnel. You lay there, 4 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning was my worst time, when everything would just seem so bad and so poor, and just like there was no way out of any of it, and there wasn't any point to my life. But then eventually I started to see things from a different perspective about how I wanted things to be in the future, about how laying there and doing nothing wasn't really moving anything forward, that I would just carry on like that for the rest of my life, and that wasn't what I wanted. I wanted more. So it was about seeing things from that perspective and thinking, well, how do I get out of this depression, this funk, this really severe low mood that I'm in, and get myself moving again. And it's hard. I'm not going to lie to you, it was hard. I had to force myself to do things, but I did it step by step, very gently, one foot in front of the other. And it turned out to be the dark before the dawn, light at the end of the tunnel. And I feel like that's the message you're getting here, that by looking at things from a different perspective, instead of thinking, oh my God, look what is happening, what if this turns into a major disaster, think of it as, what if this is the dark before the dawn, and tomorrow I wake up and there's a solution to this? What if I get up and ask for some help? What if I go and get a new job? What if? There's so many what ifs that you can, look at it from a positive perspective, not the negative one. Don't be looking at what if the worst ever happens. Say, what if this is the turning point, and from here on in I succeed, and see where that takes you. We move then into the Knight of Crystals. He is quite a slow knight, this one. He's all about planning for the future. He's all about routine. He's very methodical. He's very conservative. He's very much about this endurance and determination and putting one foot in front of the other, which I think, you know, moves on from this, that you just need to take these steps. Just baby steps every day moving forward will make a difference to you. It moves into the Seven of Acorns. And this card is again determination and stamina. It's about you feeling challenged. There could have been some critics, some haters that have brought you down. It could be that, you know, you've put a product out and everybody's hated it. It could be you've had some really bad feedback, or, you know, somebody's gone on TripAdvisor about your place and written terrible things. Or your Etsy shop, you know, you suddenly got a load of 1-star reviews on something, and it could be really unfair actually. And you're sitting there thinking, well, what's the point? It's really knocked your confidence, I feel. But this card is just saying, come on, you can do this. You can do this. Fight for what it is you want. Doesn't matter about the challenging stuff. There are a billion reasons why some people will be nasty to you. And most of them are not about you in the slightest. The only way that they are about you is because you have triggered something in them, whether it's envy, jealousy, you know, I don't know. But there are a lot of reasons why people turn into critics or write horrible things or decide that they're just going to eviscerate you on the internet. And it is never really about you. It's always about what's going on inside of them and why they are hateful and why they choose to be hateful. So just be determined, get up and fight for what it is that you want and what it is you have, and move yourself forward. Because in the end we have the King of Feathers. He's all about taking action. He's about power. He's about logic and justice and fairness. And I feel like this will end. You know, this may feel unfair, some of this. The key, I feel, is the Knight of Crystals. Just getting up, planning, being methodical every day, getting up and moving yourself further forward. And then we get to this King of Feathers. And I feel like he is you releasing your power. I'm going to clarify him. Excuse my chair. I'm going to clarify him. Let's pull a separate card on this one. Well, that was weird. The card flipped and then jumped back in the deck. I've got the Five of Wands in reverse. This, again, is about challenge, about conflict, tension. Somebody's opposing beliefs, somebody fighting at you, but it's in reverse. You're going to block this nonsense. Your King of Feathers energy will block this chaos and this ridiculousness that somebody's causing. I don't feel this is somebody within your business. I feel this is somebody outside of your business that has decided to be an asshat, quite frankly, and has said things that have really knocked your confidence. And when you're an entrepreneur, you have to develop a thick skin. You really do. You have to develop almost this porcupine energy here, where you have these giant spikes. That's what these spikes I'm being drawn to, because they're protection. It's like an armour for you. You've got this protective, you know, and it doesn't necessarily mean you need to start firing barbs at people. You know, some people deserve it, let's be honest, but it doesn't mean that you have to start a conflict. This opulence, what did it say at the beginning of that reading there? It said, when I get to it, there is great wisdom in going with life's flow and choosing battles, conflicts, and accepting change wisely and peacefully. Choose your battles and conflicts, okay? Some things, it's worth just ignoring, alright? Some things, if somebody's given you a bad review, don't put your head in the sand. Go back and respond to it. You must always respond to anything, any sort of criticism or poor review on something that you've done, especially if you realise that it is your fault. You know, we all make mistakes, we're all human. But by communicating kindly and politely and nicely with the person who feels upset, you can turn it around. It doesn't need to destroy your business. It doesn't need to destroy your reputation. You can do it in a diplomatic, very lovely fashion. And sometimes it may be that you have to miss out on something. Maybe you have to give them a voucher for money off the next thing, or, you know, you have to give them a freebie to make up for it. But the thing is, research shows that an unhappy customer, if they're treated correctly, can turn into one of your biggest raving fans, because they're so thrilled with the way that you handle it. So that's the message that Spirit is giving, that handle it in a really good way. Show your leadership skills. This is where this King of Feathers comes in. Take the emotion out of it. Be fair. Be flexible. Think of it through your rational, logical mind, not from the emotional, oh, your words hurt me, and then lashing back out. You need to say, yeah, okay, I'm going to be fair about this, and even though I don't like what you said, I'm going to do what I can to make you happy. That's customer service, isn't it, Taurus, really? It's what business is all about. You can't have 100% of happy people 100% of the time. It doesn't happen. We all have people that, you know, that, like with my readings. My paid readings tend to resonate really well because I connect with the energy of the person. But these readings, I don't know, I mean, they're free, they're out to the collective. There'll be loads of people out there that go, what the hell is Maria talking about? This doesn't resonate with me at all. And maybe they'll say hateful things. Maybe they'll say, oh, she's useless, she's rubbish. You know, 50% of people might go, that was amazing, that resonated completely. The other 50% might go, well, it didn't. And 49% of them will move on and go, well, never mind, maybe next time it will. And 1% will go, that was awful, I hated it. Who is she? She's useless. And that would hurt me. But I understand I can't please everybody all the time. And neither can you. So you have to be realistic about this. About people that make complaints or say things. Now, if it is a genuine troll who is being an absolute asshat for absolutely no reason that you can see, they don't seem to be a disgruntled customer, they've got no legitimate complaint, they're just being ridiculous. That's what the block and delete buttons are for on social media. Do not tolerate that. But don't go off kicking and screaming and having a tantrum. You need to deal with it in a positive, strong, fair, logical way. Justice is at the end of this. And you're going to block all this if you behave like the leader that you are. And other people observe. That's what the opulence card there was saying to you. That you are now being called to be a leader in a particular role, and that other people are watching. That's the interesting bit there. Other people are watching what you're doing. You're probably on social media, most people are, and whatever you do to respond to whatever problem it is going to be seen, and people will either go, wow, I can't believe how Taurus responded to that. It was amazing. It was graceful. It was fair. You know, they obviously thought about their responses to all of this, or they were generous and kind. They accepted responsibility for the mistake they may have made, and it was a really brilliant way of dealing with it. Or they'll go, well, look at the state of that. Look how they handled that. It was terrible. And then they'll walk away and they'll never come back to you again, and your business will suffer. So that's your choice. That's your choice, Taurus. Difficult reading, not a simple one. If it resonated with you, please let me know below what's going on in the comments, and we can all support you through it. And I'm going to call it a day there. If you need any help with anything, please do just reach out. I'm always at the end of an email. Just check the description below if you want to know more. This is Maria Guines signing out with love and magic always. I'll see you next time, Taurus. Have a great week.